Hello all, welcome to the latest edition of Tech Sambad. We have three key items. One is we'll just go through the chatbot arena, that is the LLM standings. We'll go through a new research which has come out in the month of May. That's the Bond research written by Meeker and her team. We'll discuss 5 key points on that. And we'll also discuss about how frontier companies are giving the wrapper startups a run for their money in terms of bringing in new functionality which overlaps with the wrapper startups. And as a productivity tip, we actually will show you how we can use Manus as your research assistant. We have a refreshed page for LM Arena or the chatbot arena. We'll just go through. They have done a wonderful job in categorizing the standings across various parameters. First is the text, how the LLMs perform on text, then web development, vision, text to image, search, and Copilot. So I'll be focusing more on text and web development because these are my areas of interest. So talking about the text, we see that the two LLMs are from Google, which are in the position 1 and 2, and it is followed by the three models from OpenAI, that is O3, 4.0, and 4.5. O3 is the reasoning model, and of course 2.5 Pro and 2.5 Pro, both the 2.5 are reasoning models. Then we have, it is also followed by Google. Then sixth is Claude Opus 4, the latest release of from Anthropic, which is actually for coding and development purposes. And again, it is followed by OpenAI 4.1, which is quite good in terms of writing, and Gemini 2.5 Flash, and Grok. So if you look at it, the Chinese model have taken a backseat in terms of the text. Mostly it is crowded with LLMs, which are from the American technology companies, and all the LLMs are proprietary in nature. But this standing is changing. There were some quite good reviews from the latest DeepSeek LLM reasoning model, which got launched about a week back. So this standing keeps on changing. About my personal preference, I'm a big Anthropic fan, so I do use Claude 4 or Claude 3.7. Both are good reasoning models, and the quality of text that comes out is quite good. Generally, I use it for my personal text, creating humor and all. I really like the humor aspect or the personal touch aspect of 3.7 or 4 more than ChatGPT and all. But things will change as models evolve, the standings will change in future. So if you look at web development, still Google gets the first spot. It's not a surprise that Opus 4 is at the second spot. So we can say that Anthropic models are getting used in mostly in the coding activities. It is the most used LLM in coding. Companies like Cursor, Windsurf, their most used LLM would be Claude 4 or Claude 3.5 or Claude 3.7. So if you look at it, here OpenAI has taken a backseat, but still it's in the top 10. And slowly DeepSeek with its V3, which got released last week, it is at late position, but it's slowly coming up. So that's the standing. So more or less, if you look at it, mostly it's proprietary. DeepSeek is open source. How we see it is American companies, except Facebook, are mostly investing in the proprietary LLM, whereas Chinese companies are moving more into the open source. So we'll discuss more about it as we discuss our third topic, that is the frontier versus the wrapper companies. So that's a brief summary of where we are in terms of the LLM standing. Now we go to the first research report on the bonds report. So this report has been created with the help of Manas. So bond report is a 340 pages published by Meeker and her team, and it had some great insights on the development of AI. So anybody who's eager to know how AI has improved over the last 2.5 years, or for that matter, for the last couple of decades, should read through the report. Very astonishing. So we'll just go through the key 5 pointers. The first one is, as mentioned, explosive growth, users and investment. So What the report says is there has been unprecedented user adoption. ChatGPT reached 800 million users in just 2.5 years, far outpacing the internet's early adoption rate. Now, one of the number which interested me was ChatGPT adoption is the highest in India, followed by America. What it means is the technology acceptance has been quite great in other countries from compared to the countries where it was made. The second one is global reach from day one. Unlike the internet gradual diffusion, AI tools achieved worldwide reach almost instantaneously. Now, there has been quite a few developer ecosystem explosion. Leading chip makers AI developer ecosystem grew from thousands to million in just a few years. Massive capital investment. So, top six US tech firms combined capital expenditure reached over $200 billion annually, a 63 in percent increase, which is staggering in just one decade. Now, the report also talks about the economics of AI compute versus inference. So as companies are training the model, the training cost is increasing over the last couple of years, but the inference costs are falling because of economies of scale and all. But where we see is the Jivon paradox, that is the accessibility paradox. So people, the inference cost decreases, more people use AI. As such, the demand of chips increases as more number of people are getting hooked to the AI. So that's the economics of AI. Then the third slide talks about the AI race, competition, and geopolitics. It's a crowded landscape. The AI ecosystem is increasingly becoming competitive with multiple powerful players. Tech incumbents leveraging existing infrastructure and data, agile startups with innovative approaches, open source models challenging proprietary solutions, sovereign AI initiatives backed by national governments, just like the Stargate project or the announcement made by the French government. What we can say is there is a new space race, we can say. The AI leadership has become a matter of global strategic importance, and this is one of the quote by Andrew Borsworth, Meta Platform CTO, that this is our space race, and the people we are discussing, especially China, are highly capable. That's a few secrets, and that's just progress. And you want to make sure that you are never behind. Also, we talk about the two approaches from United States and China. United States, the AI development is primarily driven by private sector innovations, companies like OpenAI, Google, Microsoft. Whereas in China, it is strategic national planning. So there is a central funding which actually funds all the companies developing AI. There is a venture capital funding in USA, whereas it's government investment in China. US is backed by a lot of research leadership, where China is more of data scale advantages. One of the key advantages of US is it's able to attract the best talents, whereas in China, it is actually leveraging its manufacturing competency to build its AI environment. So both the nations are investing heavily in AI capabilities with implications for global technological leadership. So this slide talks about the AI beyond digital physical world and work. So physical world integration. So AI is rapidly moving beyond digital interfaces, that is mobile, into the physical world. 34% of market share captured by autonomous taxis in San Francisco operating zones. Real world AI applications are gaining traction in transportation and logistics, manufacturing and industrial automation, healthcare diagnostics and procedures, retail and customer service. Now, in terms of work, it's actually the transformation has been quite massive, around 450% increase growth in AI related IT jobs posting since 2018. The job market is evolving rapidly in response to AI, new roles emerging focused on AI development and implementation, existing roles being augmented rather than replaced, shift towards high value creative and strategic work as AI does the menial jobs, growing demand for AI literacy across all sectors. Now, the third key point is data driven decision making. AI is enabling more sophisticated real time analysis for decision making in physical environments. Navigating the future, opportunity, and uncertainty, there is an unprecedented momentum. We are witnessing a technological shift defined by exponential growth in AI capabilities and adoption, massive investment, in from both private and public sectors. Complex cost dynamics are making AI both more expensive to create and cheaper to use, and fierce global competition with geopolitical implications. Case for optimism, there is a quote from Brian Rogers: statistically speaking, the world doesn't end that often. Despite uncertainties, there are reasons for optimism. Intense competition driving innovation and progress, increasing accessible compute, democratizing capabilities, potential for enhanced productivity and accelerated discovery, thought leadership fostering responsible development. Now, how do we navigate the AI era? That is, challenges are workforce transitions, ethical implications, security concerns, regulatory frameworks. And the opportunity lies in enhanced productivity, new business model, scientific breakthroughs, improved quality of life. The AI revolution is here and its momentum shows no signs of slowing down. There is a quote I read somewhere that even if the development of LLM stops today, the amount of innovation which can be done out of the current existing LLM can actually take us through for the next couple of decades. This research is done with my input and Manas's input, and we did this work together. So a brief, I have a couple of slides on that. So that's AI frontier company versus the wrapper AI companies. The frontier companies, OpenAI, Anthropic, Meta, Google, are building foundational AI models and expanding into application layer, as mentioned earlier. Wrapper companies, startups like ChatPDF, Jasper, Glean, that build specialized application on top of the foundation model. So frontier companies are entering application spaces, directly competing with wrapper startups. This shift is reshaping the AI ecosystems and forcing the wrapper companies to adopt or risk obsolescence. So let's take a look at the historical perspective. 2022 and the era prior to that, clear division between the foundation model providers and application layer companies. Wrapper startups thrived by building specialized tools like Jasper, ChatPDF. Late 2022 ChatGPT launch, big moment, the inflection point. ChatGPT released, changed everything. Suddenly, AI capabilities became accessible to everybody. Then 2023 company boom, hundreds of wrapper companies emerged, which actually built their application based on the frontier model. Then 2024, the encroachment begins. OpenAI and other companies they launch plugins like GPT, PDF readers, and all. Wrapper companies start feeling the hit. Then 2025, there is a full application layer Codex AI agent released by OpenAI, which is a direct competition to the Replids or to the Windsurf of the companies which are actually using the foundation model to help the coders. Then there are enterprise connectors, as I mentioned, which can directly connect with Google Drive, Dropbox, and all, which is a direct competition to companies like Lean. Then there is a deep research connectors, which is the direct competition to companies like you. Then Anthropic, Claude 4 also has it's a foundational model. They also have a code execution tool which is in direct competition to Cursor, which incidentally relies on Claude 3.7. It's the most used LLM in the platform. They come up with MCP connector, which they made it open source. So they want to own that space, and everybody is using MCP connectors. Google also has been quite active in the application layer. They have their own deep research, PDF extensions. They deliver code. Of late, they also announced in their IO coding platform called Jules. So slowly we see the frontier companies moving into the application layer. PDF analysis takeover. OpenAI added the native PDF capabilities, directly competing with Chat PDF and Ask Your PDF. Then GPT Store versus custom solutions. OpenAI's GPT Store replaced plugins and allowed users to create custom GPTs, which was in direct competition to the startup environment. Claude Code versus coding assistant. Then Anthropic's Claude Code is direct competition to all the coding assistant software which is developed by the startups. And the regulatory advantages, larger companies generally, because of their cash rich, they are cash rich, and they have more resources to handle the AI regulation and safety requirements, creating barriers for small wrapper companies. So, as from the graph, you can see that the viability has decreased. For example, for a wrapper company to build application on top of it frontier model. Now, if you look at the survival strategies for the rapid companies, deep specialization, focus on specific industries or use cases where domain expertise matter. So here their industry experiences will matter in case they can build it in their software. Companies which are enterprise focused target enterprise customers like compliance, security, and integration needs, which is not the core forte of the frontier companies. There they can survive. Then there is a workflow of integration. Suppose the companies which build comprehensive workflows that are harder to replicate, they do stand a good chance of surviving this attack from the frontier companies. And strategic partnership, partner with or get acquired by larger tech companies. And I end with a 12 to 24-month prediction. There is a consolidation wave. 50 to 70% of the current wrapper companies will be acquired or shut down. New opportunities, emerging capabilities will create new application layer opportunities. Compliance and safety requirements will favor the large companies, and open source alternative Llama and other open models will provide escape routes for some wrappers. So with that, I think this is what we have in store for the next 12 to 24 months. So for this podcast, both the research has been done with the help of Manas. So what I worked with Manas, gave it an initial prompt. It created a 5 slider. Somewhere it missed some of the pointers. I actually said, okay, you have missed a couple of pointers. Why don't you rework on that with OpenAI and other fintech companies? So initial feedback was it did not cover most of the latest releases. I actually asked Manas to go back and see what are the latest releases and put it back. Then it came up with another version. I again reiterated with, so it required 3 to 4 reiteration with Manas, reading through the report, validating, okay, Manas, what Manas has written is good, and finally what I presented to you is the final product. So I'll drop both the reports which was created with Manas in the comment section. With that, hope you liked this week's Tech Samvad. Thank you.